Okay, welcome to another online class for mobile programming for class STIW 20444. Okay, this video basically in response to the Firebase example that I provided through the learning system. So I noticed that the project example that I provided here, so most of the students are having trouble to import into their project, into their own computer. So I take the liberty to try out the project and try to relink to a different Google account. And I can see that there's a problem. Uh, so for this, I am proposing for you to create a new project and then transfer all the project account to the all the project code to the new project. So go ahead and download the project and import into your Android Studio. So you're going to get a lot of error, but here I managed to solve the problem, but I wasn't able to run the project properly. And there's a lot of problem that um, with this application of the relink. So if you notice that if you try to access the Firebase, I'm not quite sure what's wrong with the authentication. So if you look at authentication for this, yes, if I try to use the Firebase database, if I try to connect to the database, for example, here, okay, so try to sync. And try to run the project. I get error in, for example, uh, from this one. So for Firebase example has stop open app again. So this is the kind of problem that I encounter with the project that I provided. All right, so you can see here, so still having the same problem, even though I managed to solve most of the errand in the code. So leave that, don't do anything with the code. So all you need to do is you need to create new project. So for this, let's say Firebase tutorial. So give it a name. So use the jelly bean next, and then you have the empty activity, and just finish. Okay, so let's put it aside. So this is where we're going to have our new project. Okay, so note the name. This is Firebase Tutorial 2. And this is basically the package name for this project. Okay, so compared to this one, so this one is a Firebase example. So this is the one that comes from my from your download project. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is that for those who are having problem with package, you get this error, your package name error. That's something to do with your SDK manager. You need to update your SDK tools to the latest one. The version that if you're having the previous version 25 point something, so you need to update your platform tools to 26.02, the latest version. That is basically going to solve your problem of package name error. Okay, so with that, so let's just continue with the project. So once you created the project, so get your package name, and then from your Firebase account, you need to create Android and give it your package name for your project and register your apps. Okay, so go ahead and you can download the service, but we're not going to do that. So continue and finish. Okay, so you get your project in your Firebase account ready. So select on your project names and then enable your authentication. So select your authentication and your sign-in method. So make sure that your email password status enable, set to enable status. Okay, once you've done that, leave it. Okay, we're going to move back to the programming. So the first thing that you need to do is to enable the to add users permission internet. Okay, so that's it. Close manifest. And we're going to start with Firebase authentication. So the first part is authentication. So you need to access to tools Firebase. I'm going to increase the size of this and go to authentication. Okay, select authentication, email and password authentication. So you need to log in to your account. Your Android Studio, you need to log in your account. So for example here, I'm using a different account from my main account. So this is another account. So you need to connect to Firebase. Press this button, connect to Firebase. Okay, so you're going to choose either you want to create new project from here, or you can just choose from the one that you already have in your Google Firebase project. So select this one. So there's two apps in there. Connect to Firebase. Okay, you should have the following. Wait for a while. Connected. Okay, make sure that you're connected to app Firebase connected. And then secondly, you need the second step, you need to add Firebase authentication to your apps and accept changes. And this might take a while. Okay, this might take a while. Alright, so done. Okay, so done. Your first step and second step done. Dependencies set up correctly and your Firebase connected. Okay, you can just close this because we're going to transfer whatever that we have in here to here. Okay, this is my project. This is the one that I've given to you. So all you need to do is that you need to transfer all the codes from here. Okay, so you just take all the codes here and put it into here. Okay, don't worry about all the errors because we're going to have that resolved. So main activity, activity main. So we're going to take activity main, take everything in here and put it into here. Don't worry if you encounter problem errors here and there, you're going to have that. So for the main, you need to change your contacts. Okay, Firebase contact. So don't worry about this. Alright, so next, what we need to do now is to import all this into your project. So select all the values, put it into your resource, and paste into, just override for all. Okay, done. Okay, so now you can see that your layout is now okay. The only things that you need to remove is this text layout, text input layout. So you just drag this and this one to the linear layout and then delete the one. So you're going to get this. Alright, so coming back to your main activity, so you're going to need all of those, all the classes. Alright, so to have that, it is easier if you just take everything from this, and this, copy and put it into your Java. Put it here. Okay, just OK. And of course, For the layout, you just take everything other than activity main, copy and put it into your layout. You just press OK. Alright, so the only thing that you need to do again, you need to change is, but before that, you need to update your manifest. Okay, you need to update your manifest because now we have two additional activities here. Take these two activities and put it into your manifest, the new project manifest. Put it here. Okay, so yep, done for that. Okay, so coming back for this, okay, this is because we don't have the database yet. Okay, so for this, we need to access the Firebase again and select the real-time database, save and retrieve data. Okay, so you have this connected, but you don't have the all the libraries needed for the database. So add the real-time database to your app. So all the dependencies are going to be added to your project except changes. Okay, wait for a while for the Gradle to complete. So you can see there. Now the problem has been solved. Okay, close everything. Close all. Make sure that there's no error. Okay, so there should be no error in your new project. So I'm going to see. So now you don't have to see the one that I've given you, the Firebase example. Remove that. So we just need this and this here. Sorry, not this one, but this one. Okay. Alright, so the first part is the authentication. The second part is the database. Okay, you need to go to your database and select your database. Okay, so I already have the database here. So let's say I'm going to remove this. Sorry, this one from same one. So I'm going to remove all this again. So this is just basically to have the delete. Okay, to make sure that everything is as it's in its original condition. Okay, you need to select a real-time database for your project. Leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. Okay, so you have two parts, authentication part and database part. So it is done. It is done basically. Okay, so your database is here. Get started. Okay, this is your database. So we're going to start with the authentication first. Okay, we're going to start with authentication. So now you can just run your project and select your AVD or your real device. So we're going to see the project here. So if everything is okay, now it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to show the authentication first. So this is authentication. Still, there's no content here. So I'm going to register new user. Let's say I'm going to add as lumberger@gmail.com. So password ABC, just give it any password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Register. Okay, successfully created. And when you refresh, you're going to get this new user successfully register into the Firebase authentication module. So if you try to register again, it won't allow you to register because the authentication has been done with the same username, has failed. All right, so that's it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. So moving on to database. So we're going to sign in. Okay, so this is basically the artist activity. So I'm going to add new one data. So let's say let's say just one wrong. Meta. Sorry, you need to manually add it here. Metallica. Right. So add. So you can see from here when you select on this, you can see now there's a new data here, Metallica. So if there's new data added to this, you're going to have this JSON data structure in the real-time database. Okay, so the real-time part here is that whenever you change any content within this real-time database in the server part, so it's going to update here. Okay, let's say I'm updating here with Metallica, so you can see now new L is coming in. If I updating to a different content, let's say Eclim, is going to update here. Whatever that you update is going to be shown real time, hence the name of real time database. Let's say um, John Bon Jovi, right? Right. So yeah, when you want to add a track for this artist, so let's say I just click on here, so it bring me to another layout. So I enter track. So let's say track 1. So I add new track, so you can see that new track is going to be added here. Okay, so rating 0. If I change the rating to 4, okay, so you're going to update 4. So I've changed the rating to 2. Sorry, to 2. It's going to update 2. Okay, so you can add as many as you like. So this is just a song name. Just give it any add. Okay, so new data is being added. So if you add more artists here, Metallica, oh sorry, okay, add, so you can see new data automatically added to this field, or this artist field. And artist and track share using unique name. Okay, so you can see the unique name based on the data. If you look into details, you can see the track belong to the unique ID automatically generated by the project. It's very simple. Alright, so that basically it. This is as good as you can. So if you want to delete, let's say I want to delete here, so you can just delete. Okay, so it's gone. Real time. It's very simple to do, and hope you can make use of it.